What's going on, everybody? Happy Sunday. Oh, I hope everybody had a great weekend. First and foremost, happy Sunday. I forgot to fix that ratio. Shit, it's alright. It's cool. What's good, everybody? What's up? Let's do the damn thing. I am at home tonight, so just keep that in mind. I don't have the same capability I do in my office, but I will do the best with what I got. Side note, we got a short trading week ahead of us. The market is closed June 19th for my birthday, which also happens to be Juneteenth. I just want to say, I've had that day for going on 29 years, okay? It's my last year in my 20s. It's crazy, man. I'm in the best shape of my life, too, which is super crazy. I never thought I'd be in the best shape of my life at 30. Well, 29, but still, 29 is 30, if I'm being honest. What's good, everybody? Gold Getter, what's good, man? Monster, Shay, Coolio, Pro Trader. What's good? Side note, I made my best investment ever over the weekend. It wasn't Bitcoin at 7,000. It wasn't Ethereum at 500. It wasn't Nvidia at $30 pre-split, $3 post-split. It was a fucking Ninja Creamy. That's what it was. My best investment ever. Best investment ever. Hands down. Kyle. What's up, man? Dylan, Money Forbes, Kongi, Redline, Charles, Brianna. How you doing tonight? That was, yeah. What's up, Tommy? First year profitable? Fuck yeah, man. Love to hear that. All right. Your best investment was LASIK. See, that's the thing, dude. I'm blind as a bat. I have astigmatism in both eyes. My vision is, I'm essentially legally blind. The problem is that scares the shit out of me. You know what I mean? Like, it scares the shit out of me. Like, what if something goes wrong? You know what I mean? That's my big problem. And I'm never able to see again. I'd rather have the little vision that I have than risk something going wrong and losing everything. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Or am I retarded? Well, no, I'm retarded, but yeah. Anywho, let's make this screen bigger. And let's get into the important stuff, man. First things first, as always, we're going to get into this economic calendar. We're going into Monday, June 15th. Okay? That is tomorrow. Nothing of importance here. As you guys can see, we're chilling. Tuesday, June 16th. Nothing really significant. Big day here on Wednesday, right? This is essentially the stock market Super Bowl. But I'm not going to lie. Ever since Trump has been in office, it's been shit. It's nothing to look forward to anymore. Barely does anything for the market. So, I'm probably not even going to hang around for it. And with that being said, it's probably going to be the best FOMC we've ever seen in our life. Anywho, we all know what FOMC is. We have retail sales at 8:30 on Wednesday. Pending home sales at 10 a.m. on Wednesday. And then the big jammy is here, FOMC at 2 p.m. And then the conference at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, so Wednesday is the start of the show this week. Thursday, June 18th, we have our usual, which is jobless claims at 8:30. Friday, market is completely closed for Juneteenth. Okay, that also is my birthday. Like I said, I'll be 29 years old, and I'm very excited for it, man. But let's get it. Someone's over here doing donuts. I can hear it. The best investment was learning from... That's what's up, man. Shay, that means a lot, man. Can't really hear. Hopefully everybody can hear. We good? Are we good? Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Everybody good? Let me do a quick little sound check then, because I don't want to waste a bunch of time. We'll do this. Bam. Oh, you can hear the car. Okay, shit. Is it too loud? I know you guys sometimes can hear my TV upstairs, which is absolutely crazy. That's absolutely crazy to me. Absolutely crazy. You can hear sound low. Hopefully everything's good. Let me see. Alright, everybody's good on YouTube. Everybody's good on Kick. Awesome. Alright, let's keep it pushing then. Alrighty, let's get into the important stuff tonight. First things first, as always. Is it the cops out there? Yeah, it is. Damn, poor kids. Getting in trouble. Alright, here we go. This is the monthly time frame, right? We all can see this. What's going on here, right? We had a big pullback, right? On the monthly, we have now a massive wick, right? That's something to take note of, right? Overall structure is still bullish. Weekly chart, this is what I really want to hyper focus on. What did we do? We had that big all-time high rejection, closed a bearish engulfing, swept that massive structure, swept that previous week's close. Bam, closed extremely strong. This week, what are we doing? We're opening above that previous week's high. When I say this week is this simple, this week is this simple. If we are above 30,000, 30,200, which is that previous week's high, bullish. Bottom line. It's the bottom line. Bottom line. Very simple. Nothing else really needs to be said, if I'm being honest, right? This is perfect. We had that major demand. Obviously, we got that nice downside move, lower high, tested demand, attempted to go lower, failed, had that massive bullish engulfing, held that structure, and look at us now, right? So if you look at the daily chart here, we have now reclaimed that supply. We're back above 30,000, okay? So this week, I would be one to argue, long as we're above that 30,000, 30,200, we're bullish. Okay, now there is a concern, and the concern is we're approaching that breakdown level. So with it being FOMC, I feel like the best way to move forward with NQ is this way, right? We can all see the significance of 30,000, 30,200, right? This dates all the way back here, right? A very significant level. We all know that. Okay, so we know that's demand. And we also know this is supply. Why? We can all see that. That's what provided that 1,500 point move lower. So this week, right, what are we doing? We gapped over supply, but now we're back in another supply, okay? This chart, like I said, is all dependent on 30,550, 30,200. Okay, if we can pull back and hold here, that's your long setup, right? Just like that. If we can get above 3550, that's your long setup, just like that. Those are the two long scenarios. Now, the short scenario is 3550 or 30,000. If we can get a nice break, then failure of 3550, it's a nice short opportunity. Or if we can completely fail that 30,000 level, get back to that structure, that's a massive short opportunity. But as of right now, this chart is bullish, right? We all can see that. We have a low, failure to go lower, higher low, reclaim that structure, higher low, structure, reclaim that structure. That's bullish, right? So unless we get back below that 30,000, I'm not really interested in shorts here. ES, pretty much same scenario, right? Monthly chart, massive wick. Weekly, got that failure to go lower, that big sweep back above that previous week's high. Again, this is pretty much the same standpoint and a very clean chart, right? ES is opening into the supply here, 75.70. Major structure here at 75.10, okay? So for this ES chart, I'm going to be honest, it's probably one of my least favorite charts, or is my least favorite chart. So I'm going to break it down real briefly. Your level here, 75.70. Your level here, 75.10. Above 75.70, squeeze into 7600s. Below 7500, back down to 7400s. That's pretty much all I got to say. And we'll keep it simple. YM. I don't know how, you really want to go about that one either. We can say, for the most part, it's bullish, right? We all know that. Pullback held, demand held. Got it. Now we're approaching all-time highs. The big level you want to watch here is 51,700. Long as we're above 51,700, bullish, period. Okay? Beautiful. We get above 52,230, send it. RTY, already at all-time highs. This is my favorite name here. We had that nice relative strength last week's session. Currently trading at all-time highs while everything else isn't. So long as RTY is above 29.70, 29.50, this is my top long watch. Long as we're above 29.50, love this for longs. Beautiful chart, right? If that fails, it's a different story, but this does look excellent. Gold, I like this chart a lot as well. We had that major pullback. Where do we pull back into? Demand. Not only did we pull back into demand, we had that beautiful pin bar back above that previous structure, right? This is an A+ swing setup, which is why we entered it. Gold here, macro demand test, higher low, broke that structure, reclaim that last lower high, higher low. Long as gold is above 4,200, this is bullish, period, right? I think this is an excellent swing, at least back into 4,400, right? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful chart. Beautiful chart, okay? Again, as I just discussed, I mean, look at this daily chart. This is clean as it gets. Macro demand, confirmation, send it. Silver, same damn thing. Look at this beauty. We entered silver on Friday. Demand, bullish engulfing, held that previous structure. That was our confirmation. Send it. It was sent indeed. We had that low and a demand, higher low, broke that structure, got the retest. The rest is history. That was such a clean setup. Beautiful. So long as silver's above 66, I am happy being long here. Now, what are we doing here? Let's get into these individual names. Numero uno, Roku. If you're not in Roku, I got a word for you. It's called a clown, okay? I've been speaking about Roku since, what is that, May, April, January, February, March, April. 4 is April, right? April, May, June. Yeah. For the past 2 months, right? For the past 2 months, I told you guys, there's one name that I'm holding extremely confidently, right? And that was Roku. That was because we broke a resistance from back in 2022. So we haven't been above this level in 4 years, right? This was a major resistance. I told you this time and time and time again, week after week on Sundays. Roku, long as it's above 117, just go long and hold. Whether you buy equity, you buy leaps, you buy options with time, it doesn't matter, right? Like, this was a setup you had to take, right? I know a lot of you guys remember this, and I just hope you listen, because stuff like this, man, this is a free money trade, right? Like this is free money, free money, right? Even if you took equity, you're up fucking 20-25% in a matter of a month, right? Most hedge funds don't even do that in a year. Like that's equity. If you grabbed options a month out, 2 months out, 3 months out, you're up 500, 600, 700, 1,000%, right? Like a trade like this is a no-brainer trade. You have to take it, right? This is a trade I'll lose on 100 times out of 100 times taking it, right? Like it's just an A+ setup. That's the bottom line, right? But what are we watching this week? Retests, resistance, now support, pull back 133, 132. That's our area for a demand bounce. If we can get above Friday's high at 150, I love that for a break and hold. This quite literally has nothing but room higher in the 180s. Okay, this looks very good. This is my A+ setup this week. Already in a swing, you guys know that, but oh yeah, I've been clapped on Roku a million times. Day trading it, but in terms of you know, swinging it, it's usually stress-free with equity. Tesla, right? As you can see here on a macro structure, Tesla's continuously been making higher lows. Well, here we are now. We have a new higher low here on the weekly. Why is that important? Because we swept that previous day's structure after holding that demand. So the context is there. Tesla closed extremely strong back above this 400 level. So that's my reference on Tesla. As long as Tesla's above 400 this week, I am bullish. Super bullish on Tesla, back into 420, ultimately targeting 433. Now, if Tesla loses this 400 level, that's where things get shifty, right? We can easily see a move back into lows. So, Tesla above 400, bullish. Tesla below 400, scary. Okay? Amazon. This has been a name that's relatively weak, right? We failed that previous all-time high. We attempted to go higher, got that lower high, and we broke down. Last week's session, this really struggled to see any type of upside. As you guys can see, we're trading in a pretty aggressive downward channel. What's most important here to me is this 245 level, which is a major supply. So going into this week's session, my focus is that supply and that demand, okay? So Amazon, long as we're below 245, I do like this for lower, especially if we get below 235. That opens the door for a move back down into the 220s. This is my top short watch based off those factors. Okay, this looks extremely good. Same thing here with NVIDIA. Everything was ripping at the end of last week, but NVIDIA, in fact, was doing the opposite. We broke this beautiful structure here, this major supply, retested, failed, and we're starting to see lower here. So what we have now on NVIDIA is a nice lower drop, and we're starting to develop a base, which is opportunity, right? We can either get that drop base drop, or we can get that drop base rally. So that's what we're watching for here on NVIDIA, is if we can get below 200, I love this for lower into 195, ultimately targeting 190. Now, if NVIDIA does get strong and the overall market stays strong and we can get above 211, this can turn into a massive squeeze if we can retain that 200 level, get back above 211. We're talking parabolic, okay? This looks very good. Next, Microsoft. If you notice here, take a look at this chart. This is identical to Amazon, okay? These two names are very weak compared to the overall market. Most importantly, look at this Microsoft chart, right? We had that massive all-time high failure, and it's in a downtrend. It's been in a downtrend for some time. Most importantly, look at this structure, right? Microsoft hasn't had a green day on this chart in 11 days. It's cooked, right? But it's not quite cooked yet, okay? As you can see here, Microsoft's in a big demand. So we have to be careful. But these are our parameters here. And I want you guys to watch this setup because this is the type of opportunity you need as a trader, right? These are the setups you want to watch. 400, big level. 382, big level. Pop back into 400, fail. Short opportunity. Get back above 400 after holding the demand, long opportunity. Pull back into 385, hold, long opportunity. Pull back to 385, lose it, short opportunity. No matter how this goes, these type of levels, this type of chart structure presents opportunity. All you have to do is be patient, right? If we're staying inside of this range, that is simply your no trade zone. But once that range gets taken out, whether it's 400 or 385, that's when the cha-ching goes off, right? As you can see on both ends of the spectrum here, if we get back above 400, we have a $10 move into 410. If we get below that 382, we have another $20 lower, right? This is huge. Huge, huge, huge. So definitely keep an eye on Microsoft. Next, we have Google, right? I love Google long here. We banked on this last week. Previous all-time high resistance. Simple. Break and retest. That's it. So Google here, long as we're above 345, 350, I'm bullish, simply put, right? If we could pull back and get a higher low above 350, that's our swing opportunity. So if we can make that higher low above 350 on Google, that would permit us to enter another swing, and we can use that daily low as our stop loss. But long as Google is above 345, 350, I am mega bullish here, okay? Meta, trouble, big trouble here on Meta. We are approaching this trendline support in which we've held since 2022. This also coincides with that demand, right? What I want to talk about here on Meta is the fact that, one, we're back in demand, and two, this chart is structured identical to Microsoft, right? So there's two common themes here. A couple names in the market are very weak, right? So Meta here, as you can see, we are sitting in demand. We can't take that away from Meta. But we're more importantly below this major supply after an aggressive breakdown, okay? So Meta here, realistically, long as we're below 600, I mean, this chart is still structured bearish, right? Yes, we're sitting in demand, but the context isn't there. Okay, so long as Meta's below 600, I do like this for shorts. I love Meta for shorts if we get below 558. As you guys can see on this chart, the next level is down here at 520. So we have a solid 40-point move here on Meta underneath that 558. Okay, so Meta here, watching that rejection or watching us back below 558. Okay. Now, swings. Roku, we're already in. You guys know that. If you're looking to enter Roku, what you can do is if we get an hourly high or low above 133, that's a good entry for a swing. Short term, not long term. Silver, we're in this swing. You guys know the rationale for this. We broke that major demand at 60, attempted to go lower, failed, reclaim, and we got the higher low above it. So long as we're above this daily low on silver, this is a chart I am long on. I think this is a setup that you could still enter as well, right? This is textbook. You have the demand hold, higher low, reclaim a structure, higher low, back above that structure. That's an A+ swing entry. Stop loss, target. Beautiful. Like a trade like this, man, I'll take, like I said, 100 times out of 100 times. You're risking $4 for a $10 move. That's a 2.5 hour swing, which is great, right? You can't argue with that at all. NQ, let me see here. What are we doing? We're doing a whole lot of nothing. Whole lot of nothing. One thing I do know is this gap likely gets filled at some point. Whether it's tonight or not, I couldn't tell you. But if we get below that gap fill, that's a quick scalp for sure. That these gaps on futures usually always get filled, usually the same 24 hours. So that's something I'll be watching for going into tomorrow. Outside of that, QCOM, I like this one a lot. Check this out. Major demand just held, 187, 192. Just reclaim this hourly structure here at 206.50, right? We got that major demand hold. You guys can see that. Failed to go lower. Got the higher low. Long as we're above 207 here, I would say this is a great name to watch for longs back into 237, all right? Little unconventional name we usually don't trade, so it would be fun to trade QCOM. MicroStrategy, I love this name for longs if we hold this demand, numero uno. Second, get above this structure. As you guys can see, we are in a drop base, right? So we're either going to see a drop base rally or we're going to see a drop base drop. What I'm watching for here is simple. Get above 131. I love this for longs. period. CRM, we are at that mega demand again, okay? As you guys can see, this is that mega demand. This is shit or get off the pot here. 161 would be that level. I'm watching for a few things here, right? If we can hold, I do think that's an opportunity for a potential swing. And side note, if it breaks, I think that'll be a great short, right? So just keeping this on watch here. Not watching anything really specific. I think it's too early to make a decision, but just keeping it on watch. Apple. I'm in a swing here on Apple. To be honest, I don't love Friday's closure, but I have no choice to hold as long as we're above that structure. But to me, what did we just do, right? We just formed a bear flag on the daily, right? Not only just a bear flag, but a bear flag off that structure. So we got this failure to go higher on Apple. We broke that structure, broke that previous structure, and just got a lower high. If Apple gets below 287, that's your A+ short set up. Not gonna lie to you. You know, like there's a lot of potential here, right? Look at this chart. This is textbook. Double top failure to go higher, broke that structure, broke that next demand, right? And now we're just flagging right back into that structure. So this week, you know, I'm in a long swing, by the way. If we get below 287 on Apple, I do think this would be an excellent short. I do. All right. And yeah, man, that's what I'm watching this week. That's why I'm watching it. Like I said with NQ, I think you know, this as long as Trump's in office, man, it's gonna be hard for the market to pull back. I mean, to me, I don't see how this weekly candle could reverse. Like, just think about it. In order for this weekly candle to reverse, it would have to flip red, right? Could it happen? Absolutely. Is it very likely? No. Right? Like, just think about that. We would have to flip this whole candle into a red candle. Like, to me, that's a little bit far-fetched, you know? We would literally have to inverse. Could it happen? Shit, absolutely. Shit, we all know that. Anything can happen. Alright, let's see what we got here. Questions. Anybody got questions? Questions. I can't do a giveaway tonight because I'm at my home setup. I don't have the software that I need. So I will make it up to you guys throughout the week on Zoom. But what time is it? 9:30. I got about 5-10 minutes. Questions. What do you guys got? I can see the chat now. Let me see. FOMC, it definitely could. It definitely could for sure. I agree with you. I do agree with you. I'm not denying that at all. SOUN? Is that Soundhound? Yeah. I don't really have anything to say about this, to be honest with you. There's a big supply here at 7.2. There's a big demand here at 6. That's about all I got for you. Crypto, let me see. Bitcoin. We held this low, so that's good. That's a start. We held, what is that, 60,000? That's good. That's really good. That's positive for Bitcoin. Like I said, long as we're below this 73, I am very nervous. Like I said, I'm not trying to fearmonger anybody, but long as we're below at 73K, I can just see a fucking 20-30% red day coming. So it's scary, you know. Same thing here with Ethereum, right? Long as we're below this structure here, like this is scary. If Ethereum loses this 1400, we're going straight down to sub 1000. So you know, both of these charts are very, very scary. Scary indeed. What else do we have here? Bull, sure. I do like bull, right? We held a demand, made that higher low, but we got to get above this structure here, right? Like that's the only way we're gonna make something happen. Get above 7.5. Well, now we're talking, right? But until that happens, I think this is going to struggle a little bit. What else we got here? What else do we have here? I think I like that pink. Yeah, that pink's nice. What is it? Target? Oh, wow. Target looks great. Fuck. Target's breaking out of a crazy monthly downtrend here. This looks legendary. I'm not gonna lie. That was the most legendary monthly setup the market could have given anybody. Look at that. Previous resistance. Oh, we picked this up. We picked this up. I just remembered. We picked this up. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. Oh my God, I forgot. I forgot. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. I forgot. We picked this up. That's crazy. We traded this exact setup. Nice. How much are we up? Damn, we almost got the bottom. We're up almost 50%. How many of you guys are still holding that target with me? It was in long term, so you should be. Man, I wish I would have added more looking at this chart. Wow. Yeah, we literally got the bottom. We entered down here. But, yeah, this fucking target chart is lovely. Holy shit. You guys better be in these long-term trades, man. I've been preaching it for years, man. It's the freest money you'll ever make. Like, buying equity is the freest money on these fundamentally sound names. Like, look at that. All you had to know on target was basic support and resistance, right? That's it. You know target's profitable. It's down 70% from highs. It's sitting in demand. Buy the motherfucker, right? Like, that's how easy it is. It's that simple. You know, when, like, trading long-term. You know what I mean? Like, if you just entered where I entered, you're already up fucking, what is that? 50% in less than a year. Remember, hedge funds don't even do that. But, target, I mean, this looks amazing, man. If you can somehow get a pullback into this 110 area, I think that'll be a great swing entry. Yeah, I mean, target looks fucking excellent, dude. Like, absolutely excellent. I'm glad we picked this up. I completely forgot about that. I mean, we just broke this downtrend from all-time highs. That's fucking huge, dude. Like, this is A+, A+. Walmart, sure. Walmart, I mean, this would be your ideal long setup. Previous all-time highs. We attempted to go lower. We failed. We reclaimed. We got a higher low. So now, as long as we're above this 117.50, that's your swing. Stop below that daily low. Target that gap fill. That's what I got for you right there. This doesn't look half bad. Coin I already talked about. A net. All right, I'll do two more. Hold on, what's going on here in my community chat? Let me see. Let me see, hold on one second. No, but a couple of okay, now we're good. Trade Evade updated, they changed the contracts. Contracts on NQ are now NQU. You can always look over here and see. See? It says NQU. So you always want to make sure you're trading whatever Trade Evade is on. Okay? If TradingView says NQU, your Trade Evade should match that. Okay? Yeah, what else do we got here? Futures prices are different? No, they're not. Right now, the price is 34.65. The price is 34.65. They're identical. I just told you the problem, right? Make sure your trade of 8 matches. That's all. Yep. You can go to settings. I think it's like auto roll or something like that. Adjust for contract changes. Bam, there you go. Go to symbol, adjust for contract changes. You're golden. Side note, if anybody took that NQ long, you're cooking. That was nice. Beautiful trade there. It doesn't look like a lot, but you're already up almost 40 points. The ATR is still pretty crazy. Last week, man, the ATR was nuts. I know you guys remember that. Bro, we were catching 200, 300, 400 point trades almost on a day-to-day basis. That was my best trade ever, right here. Like, that trade was fucking nuts, dude. Like, that was the craziest trade I've ever taken. We literally went short right here. And from our entry, it made a 1,500 point move. For anybody who doesn't understand how big that is, that's $30,000 a contract. One contract, you made 30,000. Or if you took a micro, you made 3,000. Like, bro, that was insane. Like, and not even just that, the chart structure, like that whole trading day, this was probably, like, I've been trading for almost 8 years now, something like that. I've never seen a trading day that perfect. Like, when I say a perfect trading day, that was quite literally a perfect trading day. Like I gotta go back over this one more time. Like dude, it was just the fucking perfect trading day. Like, I mean, look at this, guys. Like, it's just nuts. We had the all-time high failure. We have the low, lower low, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, massive downside. Bam. Look at that. Perfect supply rejection. Right? Like, this is that day was just fucking beautiful, dude. We had that overnight high, that massive supply. We attempted to go higher. We failed. Got that beautiful closure back below. Like, I mean, just look at this chart, man. Just look at it. Look at it. We had the failure to go higher. And then we had that massive structure here. We had that massive structure here. We had that massive structure here. And we had that massive structure here. Just look at how the market moved. Look at that. You got the failure to go higher. Bang. That was your first entry. Boom. Get the break and retest of that structure. That was your second entry. Boom. You had the break and retest of your structure. That's your third entry. Boom. You had the break and retest of that structure. That was your fourth entry. Boom. You had the break and retest of that structure. That's your fifth entry. Like, it quite literally just gave you endless opportunity from literally high of day to low of day. Like, that was just the cleanest trading day ever. Even if you just traded patterns, right? Bear flag, short. Bear flag, short. Bear flag, short. Like, a day like that we'll probably never see again, to be honest. Like, that was just quite literally the perfect trading day. And it's crazy enough that I'm about to say this. We went short right here, right? I took profit early. We caught 502 points. So I sold right here. I sold literally right here. We did re-enter, but I sold right here, right? We ended up re-entering right here. And then I sold early again. The second trade, we caught what? Like 300 points? I sold right here. So, you know, if I would have held, I'd probably been up like a $500,000. But, you know, that was just a perfect trading day, man. Like a perfect trading day. Anywho, what time is it? 9:40? All right. I got to get ready and rock and roll here. All right, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got here. Silver and gold are cooking. Yeah, those are some great swings. I love those. I love those. I caught a little bit of gold tonight. I'll show you guys my trade. Very simple trade. Wasn't nothing crazy. I actually sold it too early as well. I should have re-entered. I made, I think, 4,500 on that. Yeah. No, I made 3,600. No, not a crazy trade, but you guys can see. Let me fix this. Hold on. You can see the exact trade I took. So, number one, we had the double bottom. Number two, we had that structure. So what I did was, as you guys can see here, right? Once we broke that structure right here, and we got the hold above it, I went long, used my stop loss below that low, and got to move back into these highs. Ended up making 3,600 bucks. Very nice. If I would have seen this right here, I would have re-entered. I would have taken this again. I would have entered right here. That was also a great setup. You had the demand hold, higher low, beautiful bullish closure. Got that higher low, go long here, stop loss here, target those highs. That's a beautiful setup. I mean, still looks great. I mean, this has room all the way back into 4,400. You know, this chart looks amazing for higher. This chart as well. I mean, silver looks better in my opinion. Look at that. Major demand hold, so the context is there for longs. You got the major demand hold, got the higher low, got the break of that structure, got the retest, higher low, gapped over that next structure. So, like I said, tonight, long as we're above 69, that's your long entry. Simple. Wait for a dip and buy it. Long as we're above 69, send it. Gold, long as we're above 42.70, any pullback, send it. That's simple. That's simple. Nothing, you don't gotta think too hard about it. Even platinum. I'm not really a big platinum trader, but this looks amazing for a swing as well. Look at this. Macro demand hold. Broke that previous structure. Attempted to go lower, failed, reclaimed. Like, these are some A+ setups across the board. Like, look at that. Just textbook. Major demand hold. Broke that structure, retested. Got that higher low. Platinum gets above this 1785 now. That's your long entry. I mean, they look great. Even in Q. You know, same thing I discussed here. NQ moving forward, 30,000 is your level. You know, long as we're above that. See you later, alligator. If we lose 30,000, that's your short scenario. But long as we're above that 30,000, you guys can see clear as I can. That's bullish. ES, same thing. Long as we're above that 7550, 7500. YM, same thing. Long as we're above 51,720, we're bullish. All right, RTY, long as we're above those previous all-time highs, we are indeed bullish. Now, for the you guys that are horny fucking bears, right? There is a world where you can go short, right? The world where you go short is if we lose 30,000 on NQ, okay? There also is a world where you can go short off of 30,550. If we get that break and that failure, that's your short opportunity, okay? ES, your short opportunity is 7550. If we fail 7550, you got that gap fill 7500. YM, your short opportunity is 5170. If we lose that, back down 51200. RTY, your short opportunity is if we fail that previous all-time high. Fail that previous all-time high, get back below, that's your short opportunity. Until one of those comes into play, I wouldn't short it. Bottom line. It's one of those, when you have a gap up, right, and it doesn't immediately get filled, the market is telling you what's going on. Right? That simple. Okay? Pay attention to what the market tells you, right? I mean, just look at tonight's action. Every dip has been bought, right? So what is the reason for shorting this? Nothing. There's no reason, right? And when you're trading with no reason, you're trading for no reason. There should be a reason for everything you're doing as a trader. Most importantly, context, right? Context. I mean, look at this daily chart, right? What about this chart says go short? Swept that massive demand, attempted to go lower, failed, strong bullish engulfing, held that previous structure, gapped over that massive supply. Does anything about this daily chart say go short? No. Does anything about this daily chart say go short? No. Does anything about this chart? No. This chart? No. This chart? No. This chart? No. So if you're looking at all these charts and you're saying, oh, I want to short it, yeah, you're fucking retarded, right? Like, it's that simple. If you look at the chart and it doesn't make sense, then why are you in the trade? You know what I mean? A lot of you guys take trades and you know you're in the wrong trade, but you continue to still hold the trade for whatever reason, right? Like, it doesn't make sense. I just noticed here, this is also a nice little, for people that like patterns, that's a fucking beautiful inverted head and shoulders on silver. I love this silver chart, by the way. I'm in love with it. This is a fucking clean ass chart. Like, this is clean. like Mr. Clean. Look at that. We're talking about a fucking break and retest from back in 2011. Check that out. We just broke and retested this resistance from 2011. If this monthly candle flips green, it's just going to be insane. Gold too, man. Gold's beautiful. Look at that. We got some beautiful opportunity this week, guys. That's where you got to lock in. What live broker for futures? Tradebay works great. Webull also, doesn't matter. Please answer. What do you got? We are going to the year on gold. Oh, I don't know. Are we? Go to the 12-month chart and find out. No, we got a little bit more to go green here. Yeah. If you look at these charts on higher time frames, dude, it's damn near a joke. Like, if you look at this chart, it is quite literally a joke. Like, we are so overextended, it's not even funny. Like, the market's far from overvalued, but we're overextended, no question. Right? Like, we have a yearly bearish divergence here. Like, this is the 12-month chart, and we have a bearish divergence. If you go look at the quarterly chart, look at that. Bearish divergence. If you go look at the monthly chart, we have a bearish divergence. There's literally a bearish divergence on every single time frame that matters. Right? Weekly, what do we have? Same thing. And this goes across the board. You know, we are bullish, right? There's no question about that, but the market's extended, man. You know what I mean? Like, the market is really, really extended. Really, really extended. I mean, look at this quarterly chart. Just had that pullback. So, you know, I doubt we do anything here. But I would say, like I said, before the end of Q1 2027, I think that we see a correction. That's 10% from all-time highs. So, however that happens, I think we get it. But, yeah, man, I'm going to go ahead and skedaddle here. I'm going to pull up the chat. If anybody's got any last-minute questions, now's your time. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you for everyone who took time out of your Sunday to come hang out, spend time with me. And hopefully you guys are walking away with some value, whether it's a setup that I talked about, whether it's something trading related. Hope that you walked away with something. And yeah, man, I will catch pretty much majority of you guys bright and early in the morning for live trading. Live trade every single day, religiously. And yeah, man. Yes, sir. The 2K challenge has officially started. If anybody's got any questions, now's your time. And keep up the look in the chat. Brianna, what is it? Why is my 5-minute ATR on Webull always different from the ATR you call out? Do I need to change the setting? I'm not sure. Some of them, they do have little weird things going on. But just use TradingView. TradingView, you have a lot more settings. I mean, my settings aren't, you know, crazy or anything. But sometimes they are a little bit different. These are my settings if you want to see them. Length, 14. Smoothing. It's probably because it's an RMA. It should be SMA, to be honest. So mine was off. It should match now. Yeah, it should match now. Yeah, it should match. Yours should match mine now. H. Martinez, appreciate that, man. Can you enter? Yeah, of course. Right now, the best discount you're going to get is from the code 2K. We just started the 2K challenge. As you guys can see here, just started. Haven't even taken our first trade yet. Likely going to take the first trade this week. But yeah, man, they took away the pattern day trading, so I feel like it's a great time to do a small account challenge. The last one we did was crazy. I'll show you guys. The last challenge we did was nuts. I'll make this bigger so you guys can see. So the last challenge we did was the 5K challenge, and it took us a month. We doubled it in 1 month and didn't take a single loss. So we started this September 14th. First trade was USO, so that's one trade. Sold our there, that's the first trade. Second trade was VIX. Ended up selling that for 50%. Third trade was VIX. Ended up catching 120% on that, 55% on the original position. Then I entered again VIX, 4 contracts. That was the fourth trade. And then I added into VIX, caught 50% on get on that. And then we entered Dollar General. That was our fifth trade. Trimmed that at 40%. And then entered VIX again. That was our sixth trade. Fifth. Sixth. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Anyway, that was our sixth trade. We'll just say. Caught 50% on that. That was, like I said, our sixth trade. We started with 5,000 on 925. 1120, we were up 70% on the count at 8,400. Didn't take a single loss yet. And then that was the first day that we made $1,000 off that account in one day, 4 figures. And then we entered Dollar General again, which was our seventh trade. We ended up catching 50% on that as well. And then we were $702 away. And I decided to call it early there. No need to risk anymore. So we turned $5,000 to $9,315 and 22 trading days. Not a single loss. Took 8 trades, had 8 wins. Yep, I show everything, as you guys can see. Absolutely everything. When it comes to a challenge, I don't play around. As you can see here, everything. Transparent. Right? You can see here, clear as day. I entered 3 contracts. I tell you the ticker. I tell you the strike price. I tell you the expiration. I tell you my average. I tell you my stop. I tell you my target. I tell you my rationale. I tell you if it's a starter position I plan on adding. No one's doing that. Okay? That's just a fact. Right? That's just 100% a fact. No one is also live trading at the level I do. Right? It's just a fact. I'm not trying to sound cocky. I'm not trying to sound anything other than it's the truth. I'm probably one of the longest standing live traders in this space, to be honest, and the best at that. Anybody wants to argue, facts are undeniable, that's for sure. But yeah, man, everything's structured properly, even, without the challenge. When it comes to futures, you can see everything, right? How I structure futures trades, right? Everything is very transparent, very clear. Right? I say I'm short RTY at 28.74. My stop is here. My target is here. I give you my rationale. Everything's clean and clear. All right? And everything's organized. We have our high risk section. Swing trades, long term. You guys can see our most recent ads was that target that I talked about. We entered target UPS as well at 83, which I don't know how that's doing. Let me see. We entered UPS at 83. Yeah, we entered UPS down here. I remember that. We entered UPS over here. Disney, I'm down on. Target, we're up on. PayPal was beautiful. We ended up catching like 60% on PayPal. We entered PayPal over here. Held through pretty much all of that. But, yeah, man. Literally number one. If you go look at the WAP leaderboard, we are the number one trading community. Hands down. The Learning Center's, I would say, the best attribute when used properly, right? You have a full intro to options course, a completely full intro to futures course, every single live trading recorded. Look at that. That's 352 hours. 352 hours. Every Saturday class, Webull, and yeah, man. And as far as the mentorship goes, when you join, you get obviously full access to 112 hours of the mentorship content before the actual live mentorship starts. But yeah, man, pretty dope. Are you day trading or swing trading? We'll do I plan on primarily day trading until we get to, you know, like 5 or 6K. And that way we have a little bit more wiggle room. We could throw some swings in there and still have some capital to day trade. But the last thing you want to do is tie up all your capital in a swing trade and then have a great day trading opportunity and can't take it. So that's why I do that. And then the way I do challenges is once I'm up double the count, I withdraw. So once we get to 4K, I will immediately remove the 2K. So now the challenge is quote unquote risk free. And then from there, I like to get very aggressive, and that's where the fun begins. So that's the way I like to structure it. But yeah, man, I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. Again, I appreciate everybody for taking time out of their Sunday. Hope you guys enjoyed tonight. If you guys want to trade with us, you guys know where to find us. The pen link is there. That code is level up. That's a good code, but the best code to use right now is 2K for the 2K challenge. And yeah, man, hope you guys enjoy the rest of your night, and I will see you guys tomorrow for live trading as always, man. Again, thanks everybody, and you guys enjoy the rest of your night. Peace, everybody.